As I've been very clear before, I have a very good understanding of who should be rated what in NHL.
And I was like, hey, maybe I could be like rated 55 in NHL or something.
Okay, maybe not, but I think I'm a little more objective when it comes to NHL players versus myself. Obviously, I'm bad. But what might be worse, NHL 21's ratings. If you didn't already watch, check out our NHL 21 review. One thing that we didn't really talk about in there is the NHL ratings, and part of that is because it is kind of like a surface level thing that I don't think has much to do with the game. It can be updated constantly, so like some of these things that we all gripe about can be changed very, very quickly. With that said, I do think it warranted another video where we go over the 10 worst player ratings in NHL 21 because, whew, there's some bad ones. Now with that said, before we get into this, just a reminder that if you like this video, like it, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll make more. And yeah, you know how this works. Like the video. Like the video! Okay, the 10th worst player rating in NHL 21. The disrespect to Stanley Cup champion Anthony Cirelli, two-way guy. He obviously, he doesn't get as much playing time, but it's because he plays in Tampa Bay. Obviously, he's not going to get like power play 1 time when you have Kucherov, Point, Stamkos. Someone could offer sheet this guy. You don't offer sheet an 83 overall player. I hate it the most when it's like an exciting young player that just like has a bad rating. I'm doing a fantasy draft in the NHL, and it's like the 15th round, and then Anthony Cirelli's hanging around. I'm like, okay, well, this is unfair. All these other GMs suck. And I'm building this dynasty team because for some reason Anthony Cirelli's an 83. Okay, number 9. This one, I honestly, I'm just going to cross an easy one off the board. Drew Doughty's got to be on the list. I don't think he's tied for the best defenseman in the NHL. That's just wrong. I'm not going to go too much into this, but I just think in terms of the 9th worst, it's bad because it's like, well, why isn't this guy here, this guy here, this guy here? I'm saying this guy because I'm not trying to spoil the rest of the list, okay? He should not be 91 if the highest rating is 91. I mean, I hate to say it, but like, I'd have this guy at like an 87? The 8th worst player rating in NHL 21. The absolute disrespect to some Boston Bruins defenders where these guys are carrying around the zombie Zdeno Chara. Charlie McAvoy in 86. Straight up, like Charlie McAvoy is a top 10 defenseman in the NHL. He's not even close with this rating. So see, Drew Doughty has a 91 and Charlie McAvoy has an 86, when I think Charlie McAvoy currently is a better defenseman than Drew Doughty. McAvoy, straight up, I'd give him a 90. Okay, moving on, number 7 in the rankings. I'm gonna go with a bit of a fun one. This is the only one that isn't a pure overall rating, okay? Like most of them are just gonna be their actual ratings and we can kind of dissect other stuff within that. But this one just stood out so much to me that it's like, where does this come from? The specific rating I'm talking about is Phil Kessel's slap shot power, okay? Because what? It might have been number 1 if people didn't already point this out, but I have to include it in here because like, I watched Phil Kessel play for a long time, and the guy does not take slap shots. How is he top 10 slap shot power in the NHL? We can even go down to statistics for this, okay? He's taken 113 slap shots since 2009 when the NHL started tracking this, okay? In that time, he's played 844 games. That's so much less than 1 a game. I can't do the math right now, okay? I should have done the math before. I'll pull out my phone. 0.13 a game, okay? I'm a math whiz. On top of that, it's one thing that maybe he doesn't take a lot of slap shots, but oh, they're lethal when he does. He scored 3 goals with slap shots. This is all according to NHL.com. I don't think you could find an individual person that would tell you straight up, confidently, that Phil Kessel just has an unreal clapper. And like, add into the fact that like, for whatever reason, Zdeno Chara isn't on the top 10, like, I just don't know what happened there. So that one is going into the 7th worst ranking. 50. Give him a 50. Hot dog power! The 6th worst player rating in NHL 21. Cale Makar. You don't think we noticed this? Quinn Hughes, 86. I think we know where EA Sports landed on the Calder debate this year. And hey, I think Quinn Hughes is amazing. I actually think you nailed a lot of the other Vancouver Canucks ratings. Elias Pettersson, great at 89. I think maybe Brock Besser, I think you could have given him like an 87 maybe. Come on guys, you know. Quinn Hughes, 86, sure. 85. Cale Makar, 85. Quinn Hughes, 86. No. It's not gonna fly here. Give him an 88. I need a clip from Luca here.
There's no way Quinn should be higher than Cale. Cale's better. Cale's the rookie of the year. He's played more games. He's better than Quinn. Quinn should probably be an 88 and Cale should probably be higher. If Quinn's an 88, Cale's gotta be an 89 because he's better than Quinn. That's the bottom line.
Let's move on. Now, at number 5, arguably the best defensive forward in the game. Mark Stone. I mean, guys, come on. He basically uses your move. He learned your move and he uses it in real life. The LB thing, I tried it in a game. I sucked. He does it in games. He actually steals pucks like this. And you gave him an 88? Come on. He uses your move. And he just like hovers around a point per game all the time now. So he's scoring and he's amazing defensively. Mark Stone's got to be a 90. I think he should have been a 91. I think he's kind of on that like Panarin level. Okay, this one's, I apologize in advance. Devin Dubnyk was very bad this year. And the San Jose Sharks traded for him. And in the NHL game, they improved their goaltending. And realistically, I guess they might not be wrong, but the problem is they have an 85 rated goaltender and an 83 rated goaltender, and they might have two of the worst goalies in the league in Martin Jones and Devin Dubnyk. Both of these guys put up sub 900 years last year. That is too high. There's a bunch of goalies that are too high. You're just messing up your own Sims at that point. You're gonna have San Jose sneaking into the playoffs with that stuff, okay? Like, you don't want that. Dubnyk, 81 to me. That's an 81 guy. Martin Jones, like 78 maybe? He's like G backup level, okay? The third worst player rating in NHL 21. Shea Theodore at 84 overall. Ride the hype train a little bit. What? Shea Theodore just had like an unbelievable playoffs. This guy plays on one of the best teams in the league, and he's their #1 defenseman. 84. Has pretty good charts. Hit him with a chart. Give him a better rating. He should be like an 87, 88. I'd probably give Shea Theodore an 88. So we're going on to number 2, our second worst player rating in NHL, Dougie Hamilton. He gets an 85. Another top 10 defenseman in the league. Maybe top... No, I'm not gonna say that. An 85. Clearly, he did not go to Moxies with someone at EA because he deserves much better than that. I'll give him a 90. He's so good. With that said, we've arrived at number 1, our worst rating in NHL 21. You guys might think this is a bit of a cop-out. I'm gonna do it anyways, okay? It's a philosophy thing. Because the number 1 worst rating in NHL 21 is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid should be a 99. 95, no. This is my most hated thing about just video games in general, when they refuse to rate people 99. It's like when you have a teacher, it's like the highest you can get is 99, because like no one's perfect. It's like, but I did perfect on the test. I did everything you wanted, okay? Wow, I sound like a really good student right now. Just like so mad about my 99, but that never really happened to me. But I've heard about it happening, so I'm sure there's a couple smart kids that watch this and just, you deserve that 100, and Connor McDavid deserves his 99. He's the best. I just love the idea of a 99 overall player. I'll never get why they don't do it. It's even worse when you get into Hut and it's like, oh, sick. I packed an 87 Connor McDavid. Whoa. Within the first week of the game, they already have like William Nylander cards that are better than him. Sweet. I'm so excited to use McDavid. Connor McDavid has to be the most gifted hockey player we've ever seen. He moves at a rate that's so different from everyone else. He scores goals that are so ridiculous, that seem so fun for NHL. And they're like, nah, let's limit his ceiling a bit. Especially like when you go into franchise mode and like Jack Hughes can just turn into a 99 anyways. Like, it's not like you're not allowing people to turn 99, so like how much better does McDavid have to get that he can be a 99? If you give him his 99, I think that also allows you to kind of like spread out the gap, because I think in general, I think one of the problems with some of these games, the ones that refuse to go to 99, is all these players get crammed into, because like there's a bunch of players that are like, oh, well, they're not worse than an 80, but like they end up with like an 83 or an 84 when they're like not that close to Connor McDavid. And then, but if you allow the ceiling to raise a bit, then I think it spreads everyone else out a little more evenly. I don't know. Give Connor McDavid a 99. Also, I got through an entire list of NHL 21 ratings, and I didn't even mention any Leafs. So, you're welcome.